Hey guys, it's Jsnow. This is the top 5, in my opinion, Magic websites that are usable by new players and even older players alike. So a couple of these websites you might have heard of if you are a veteran player. If you're a new player who's testing out Magic Arena or something like that, you'll definitely want to know about these websites. So let's go into the first website in no particular order. This one many people probably never heard of. It's called Aether Hub, which is named after a land in the game itself. So Aether Hub is kind of like Magic Goldfish. It has like deck lists and different types of things, but in this video I'm just going to go over what I use these websites for, and if you want to check out the website and see more, then feel free to do so. But Aether Hub, I just click Deck Hub, click that, and then I go right for the jank. So this is my website for jank brews. Unfortunately, they have fortunately they do have multiple formats. The only problem is they don't have that many decks because not many people use this site. So if it's mostly for standard, it's popular for standard and arena, but basically what I only do is I click jank. Yep, just click jank and you will find all different types, so make sure that's highlighted and click search, and you will find all types of decks that are absolutely fun. So right now we have, let's see, Demir, Thief of Memories, Helm of the Primal Storm. That sounds pretty janky, so let's click it. So it starts off as a visual, what do you call it? It's basically a visual spoiler, or I keep calling it a visual spoiler, I don't know why, but it's a visual UI, so you can actually see the cards visually, or you can click compact, which will look where it will look like Magic Goldfish, which is another website I'll go into in a second. So it shows you your prices. I don't know how accurate these prices are though on this website. Or the best part is you can go to tools. You can also see a video depending on who uploaded it. They also have a video on YouTube, so you can check out their video on YouTube. Or you can export text lists. So if you have, what do you call it, just want to copy and paste the deck, you can copy it from here. You can also export to Magic Arena, which is awesome. So you just highlight it, do Control C, and then when you hit export on Magic Arena, it should just export it. There's a video about that online somewhere. Feel free to find it. But otherwise, you basically just copy and paste this right to Magic Arena, which is awesome. Decklist.org, or you can add it to your favorites or make more decks. And there's also a Twitch thing, which Twitch Hub, which I have no idea how this works, but apparently it makes a deck list, which is pretty awesome, which I might try out when it's out. I think it's out. I might try this out later at a later time. So basically, once again, Deck Hub, click. You can even click Control or Aggro or different ones, but usually I just click jank, and then I check out which decks are going on. So that's Aether Hub. The next website, hopefully I don't get this confused, I keep getting it confused, but it's called Magic Goldfish. So MTG Goldfish, I'm going to make this as simple as possible because this is like the complicated one for me for some reason. So all this does is you can track trending winners and losers, which is card values. And then you can click on a card, or you can type in a card. So for example, I want to type in Tormenting Voice. So if I click on Tormenting Voice, it will show a price trajectory of what's going on with the card. So this one doesn't have a good one, so let's actually hit back. But you can search basically any card. And let's click Hottest Climb, see if it climbed. Oh yeah, it climbed. Hottest Climb has climbed. So as you can see, there's a graph that shows you, like, for example, from the M19 release, when Core Set 19 came out, and then once Ultimate Masters came out, somebody realized, oh, this card might be good, so they bought it all out, and all of a sudden it's a $4 card. You also have the you have statistics of daily changes, weekly changes, and you can buy, that's a scam right there, the $25 box. Never buy a box on eBay if it says $25, because that's usually a scam. But anyway, yeah, it's really weird. I guess they just take it off the lowest price on eBay, but yeah, if you see a box for like $25, do not buy that. You have your eBay site, so you can look at the card, so you can buy it from there. There's also discussion with Facebook, on the bottom, so you can discuss it on Facebook if you feel like it, and a whole bunch of other stuff, also online prices and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. But what are you going to be using Magic Goldfish for the most part for? Is the meta game. So they have the best site for the metagame. So just click decks, metagame, and you'll have it right here. So you can view all the metagame decks, all the budget decks that come in articles. You can read their articles too. And then you'll have recent events. So you can search for tournaments, or you just click recent events. So for example, I like the standard Mox event for some reason. And I see this list of decks, and I like what's the cheapest deck here? It actually has the price tag. Fortunately, I can't see the format. Yeah, you can't click up or down. So let's click this $305 deck that went 7-2. So as you can see right here, it's nicely laid out. I love the UI on this website. And you have the price of them together. So for example, if I want to buy 4 Andante Vanguards, it will cost me around $3.80. And these prices are usually very accurate, surprisingly, compared to all other sites. So definitely good way to gauge prices really quick. And you have 3 of each card, 3 of 2 cards over here, some planeswalkers, enchantments, even the sideboard. And then you can even get your price in arena. So you'll have, what do you call it? Oh, that price is for arena. Wait, my price is only for, oh, my price, my bad. Arena, so you can see the arena price, so how many commons and mythics and stuff like that. Or if you want to find a similar deck, they have it right to the right side. So for example, here's a 5-0 deck that's cost 70. Oh, I was on paper price, my bad. Online price. I was like, woo, $70. And it's kind of the same, but it's a similar deck, and you can just look around on the side, or you can just go all the way back. The only thing is the back button does not work after a certain point, or maybe it does. Like the back button's weird, so make sure you look at this little up here is usually where you can switch around or click backwards if it doesn't go back. But they also have modern, so you can see a bunch of modern decks, commander, and all different types of things. So this is mostly for meta people. There is a user submitted, but unfortunately, unless I'm wrong, somebody feel free to correct me in the video, but their filter is pretty terrible. This is literally it. You can select your format, your commander, your colors, and then attempt to search a deck. But there's 3,321 decks, so kind of good luck with that. But yeah, I wish they had a better search tool. They do have one more. They do have a search tool somewhere, but it's not obvious, and I don't know where it is, and I don't want this video to be 50 minutes long. But if you can find it, I mean, more power to you. If not, this is definitely not the best site to look for jank brews or anything like that. So let's close this out. Next site is called Dawn Glare. So what is Dawn Glare? So Dawn Glare is an interesting website. So all I use this for is if I want to buy a booster box, or I just want to see what are the money cards right now. So go to Visualizer, click Visualizer, click drop down. You can see any card, any set you want. So I'm going to click Magic Origins. So I'm going to click Submit, and you'll have a visual view of all the Magic Origin prices. So you'll see all the cards down here, which are $2, which are a couple dollars, all the way to whatever the major amount is. So I'm going to show you a quick example of something, because this website's a little wonky with the prices. So I found that if I go to the new set, Guilds of Ravnica, if I do, it starts off on TCG low. Make sure it's on TCG mid. So let me go back to Guilds. Where's Guilds? Guilds of Ravnica. So Guilds of Ravnica, if you do it on low, the price is not really correct. So as you can see, Arclight Phoenix is 21, but I did look it up before this video, and it is 26, 27. So also it doesn't show all the cards that might be worth money because it's on low. So make sure you have it at TCG Player mid. Even though for trades and stuff, I usually do TCG Player low. And if you don't know what TCG Player is, I'll get to that in a second. These are usually the correct prices for hit or miss a little bit. The correct prices of what's going for money right now in this set. So as you can see, a lot more cards appeared. That's because they are actually worth money. Anything that's over $2 appears on this website. So there are also options you can click, but I don't really mess around with the options. You can change the minimum price, you can show the rarities, etc. But I pretty much just do Visualizer, Guilds of Ravnica, or whatever set you want, and then TCG Player mid. I used to use low, but mid seems to be more accurate. Alright, on to the next website. TCG Player itself. So what is TCG Player? It's basically the eBay of cards. So cards, if you want to buy physical cards, this is where most people go. So to buy some physical cards, just go to Magic, or if you want to buy Yu-Gi-Oh! Whatever, just go to the side. So for Magic, if you click Advanced Search, it will show you all the sets in order. Also the special sets like Ultimate Masters. But we're going to go down to Ixalan. So we're going to click Ixalan. Let's say I want to buy some Ixalan. You'll have booster boxes, though. Be warned, they do charge tax. So booster boxes usually aren't really worth it on TCG Player, especially since a lot of the time there's no real sales on booster boxes. So definitely try to get them somewhere else. I mean, if not, you just want to get them on TCG Player. I mean, of course you can do that. I can't force you to do anything. But yeah, you can see the prices here. So for example, look at this Carnage Tyrant. The Carnage Tyrant says TCG Player Direct, and it says $26.97, but it's cheaper by a couple cents or whatever down here. So what do you want to look for right here? So what is TCG Player Direct? Just think of it as, let's say, eBay, but if eBay was shipping you the item itself, not the seller. So think of it like that way. That might not technically be how it works, but if it's shipped by TCG Direct, the shipping's usually faster, It comes with tracking depending on how much you pay for. It usually comes with tracking, and it's definitely a lot safer than you buying from random people. That's for sure. I've almost never had a problem with TCG Player Direct. I have had mail go missing though for buying from different sellers, but it really depends on their reviews. So for example, new seller you might want to be a little bit wary about, but TCG Player has some of the best support I've seen, even getting involved in situations where they don't really have to and giving me my refund in case something went wrong with the purchase. So you definitely have I'm talking about absolutely insane buyer protection. So even if like for example, if this guy's price was a little bit lower, I would probably buy it anyway, even if he's just a new seller. And then you can rate their feedback and things like eBay. Rate the feedback, do whatever that, kind of like eBay if you use it. So you could buy other cards. So for example, I want to click on search for Azcanta. It also gives you what the card does. It gives you all the text. It shows you all the prices. It shows you the market price, the normal, the foil version price. And if you want to do heavily played, what condition you want, what language you want. And then if it has a different version, which is important, make sure to check view all versions when you buy a card, just to make sure it's not cheaper. So for example, the only other versions are super expensive, so this is the cheapest version, the one I originally clicked on. But yeah, feel free to check out TCG Play. I'm not going to really go into it, only because it's basically just a simple buy and selling sites. So let's click off of that. And then the very last... So what is the last website for Magic the Gathering? Newer Magic the Gathering players? So that would be magicarena.com. So, Magic Arena, let's actually type it here. So Magic the Gathering, gatheringarena.com. So it'll be magic.wizards.com, Magic the Gathering Arena. So if you aren't playing this and you never tried out Magic, or you're a new player thinking maybe I'll get into paper Magic, maybe I won't, just download the game. It's pretty simple. The game is a lot of fun. You will probably get wrecked a lot because if you're a new player, because decks are really complicated. And some interactions are complicated, and it's also very hard. But you'll definitely get to learn the game. You can now play with friends, which is very important, because before you couldn't actually play with friends. So I'm just opening up the game really quick. Before you couldn't actually play with friends, so that actually was a major issue if you want to learn the game, because you're probably going to want to play with your friends rather than randoms online and get whooped by some crazy decks. So Magic Arena is a very good learning tool for Magic. Right now it's not good in the sense that it doesn't actually teach you what to do, but you're able to try it out before you actually buy a paper deck. For example, you can't go to Friday Night Magic every Friday. You can't go to Friday Night Magic on Monday because it's Friday. So on Monday you want to try out some decks before you buy anything. Magic Arena is here. But the only thing is they only have standard in stock. So right now they only have the 5 newest standard sets. And they're not sure if they're going to add. They don't know what they're going to do at the moment with the rest of the sets. They did have 4 previous sets before, or 2 or 3, but they got rid of them because they're not in standard anymore, and they haven't decided are they going to make a new format with it or anything like that. So as you can see, there's the prices for booster packs and stuff. You can go to decks. You can make your own decks. So for example, I have one called Bola Ass, and it has a bunch of decks over here. So it has your stats, all different kinds of things. But I'm not going to teach you how to play because otherwise that'll be a whole different thing. But just know that this resource is here that you'll be able to play. And if you want to play with friends, in case you didn't know that, you just click direct challenge on the top, the 2 arrows. Your display name will be up the top, so if you click it, it will actually copy the clipboard. So if I hit Control V, it will be right there, but obviously I can't challenge myself, so just find your opponent's name and just type it exactly how it is with the hashtag, and you'll be able to play your friends. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found something new and useful. If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that like button as it helps out a lot. Also feel free to subscribe if you enjoy Magic the Gathering and World of Warcraft, as those are my main games right now. And I shall see you guys next time.